Hey friends, it's Megan, and today I thought I would talk about some spunky baby names. So what spunky means, it just means the definition is someone who's really determined or courageous. But what is a spunky name? Okay, so I'm just operating off my own definition of what I think a spunky name is. So in my own mind, I think of names that are really lively, that have a little punch and pizzazz to them, that are very upbeat. So that's the kind of working definition that I'm using, that I picked the names for this video off of. And there are so many names I had to really limit myself. I'm going to talk about these names in alphabetical order. I'm not going to break them up boy and girl, because a lot of these names are unisex names, and we'll just go ahead and dive in. I have a quick random question for you. The little flower twinkly lights in the back, do you prefer them on or off in the videos? I can't tell if they're distracting or pretty, so let me know. Yeah. Also with this, back to the video, now I'm transferring back into serious name mode. Do comment below, let me know what you think of any of these names and any other spunky names that come to mind as I'm talking about them. So here we go. The first name I have is Bodhi. Bodhi is really fun. It has Buddhist spiritual ties. It's a Sanskrit name that means enlightenment, and it's number 810, and really it's just really fun to say. Then I have Clover. Clover is a nature name and a flower name. It's tied to good luck. You might think of four-leaf clover, shamrock, and Ireland being a symbol of good luck. And I think Clover sounds like a camp counselor, like just really spunky and upbeat and fun. Next is Decker. Decker is a German occupational name and a surname name meaning roofer. I've also heard people use this as a nickname for Declan. Decker just sounds kind of upbeat. I guess I'm going to say that for a lot of these because that's what they sound like to me. Next is Ember. Ember is a fiery word name for the low glowing coals in a fire. It's number 558 right now with girls in the United States, and I think it's a fun fiery spin on the name Amber, which was big like in the 80s, 90s. Ember is a cool alternative, and you get that M sound that many people like myself love in names. Next up is Ever, another favorite of mine. It's an English word name. I just love the sound of Ever. It's also short for names like Everly, Everett, Everin, that I'm loving right now as well. But I think Ever sounds kind of spunky and fresh and alert. Next up is Finley. Finley is an anglicized Gaelic name meaning white or fair warrior. For boys right now it's number 483, and for girls it's number 290, so it's truly unisex right now, and I think it has a really sweet, cute sound. A lot of Finn names to me do have a bit of spunk and sass to them. Next is Gemma. Gemma is Italian. It means precious stone. It's currently number 316. Something interesting I think about this name, when I think of the name Gemma, I think of it as being both really elegant and having a little bit of a spunky punch to it. So I like that. It could work on a really dignified woman or on a cute little girl with pigtails. Next is Hart. I think Hart just looks cool. It would make such a great middle name. It's an English name meaning stag, and there's something hunky, I think, about a guy named Hart. Next up is Indigo. Indigo is Greek and it means Indian dye, D-Y-E. It's also a color name for a really rich, beautiful kind of blue-purple color. Then I have Jessa, a Duggar name, and it comes from the name Jessica, which is Hebrew and means God sees. It also means wealthy. Names like Jessa, Tessa, just kind of that little ending lends itself to a little bit of pizzazz, in my mind at least. Okay, next up is Kit. So Kit is used for men and women. For women it's a diminutive usually of names like Catherine, which means pure. Also, more commonly in Europe, Kit is used as a nickname for Christopher, which means bearer of Christ. And I think Kit just sounds really kind of chipper to me. Then I have Lyra. Lyra is Greek and it means leer. It's feminine and mysterious, but also packs a bit of a punch to it. And it's one of those cool names that is really underused. It's not in the top 1,000, although it has a really familiar sound. Then I have Mac. Mac is Scottish and Irish in origin, and names with Mac, the Mac means son of. So there's tons of Mac names, lots really popular with boys and girls right now, like Mackenzie. But yeah, Mac. I think it's got a little bit of spunk to it. Then I have Milo. Milo is a personal favorite of mine. It's an old German form of the name Miles, which means soldier. Currently number 314 in popularity. That O sound at the end kind of lends itself to feel more hip and modern, even though this is an older name. Next is Oakley. Oakley is an English nature name. It means oak wood or oak tree. And I've met one girl with this name, although I tend to think of it more as a boy's name, and she was super spunky, so maybe that's why this one made my list. For boys, it's number 771, and for girls, it's number 928 in the US. Okay, next up come a parade of P names, because honestly, so many P names, or names that begin with the letter P, fit this category to me. So first up, I have Pepper. Pepper is a spice name. It's a name used in lots of pop culture and comics. I mean, the name has a pep in it, and so I had to include it. It can also be used as a nickname for longer names like Penelope. Similar name is Piper. Piper is an English occupational name. It means pipe or flute player. It is on the rise. It's currently number 97, and this is one of the first names that came to my mind when I was trying to think of some spunky names for you. Another similar name is Pippa. Pippa is an English diminutive of the name Philippa, and it means lover of horses. I love that meaning. It's another name that could work as a nickname for Penelope as well, or even Philomena. And Pippa reminds me of my beloved Pippi Longstockings, who to me is just the quintessential spunky female character. Another P name for you, I have Poppy. Poppy is a Latin flower name. It's a really pretty flower, actually. Poppy to me kind of has an eternally youthful feel to it. Another kind of flowery theme P name is Posey. Right now I want to sing Ring Around the Rosie. Whenever I hear that name, it's like I can't say it without singing it. Posey, though, is English, and it's for a bunch of flowers. Then I have Quincy. Quincy has got a little quirk to it. It's a French name that means the state of the fifth sun. It's currently number 603 for boys in the US, not too popular. And it kind of has an old man image, but then again, like I said, that Q gives it a little quirk. Next up is Ripley. Ripley is English, and it means clearing in the woods. Another one can be used for boys or girls. And it just has like a playful, kind of youthful feel to me as well. Then I have Rue. Rue I think is so cute in the middle name spot. I often recommend it with really long, elegant names. It's English, and it means regret, the word rue. But it also is a botanical name for a bitter herb, so you could take that meaning as well if you wanted a little bit better meaning. And it was the name of a sweet little character in the Hunger Games series. Next is Sawyer. Sawyer is English, and it means woodcutter. I just posted about this not that long ago on my Instagram, TulipByAnyName, if you want to follow me. And I was asking people if they preferred it for boys or girls. Overwhelmingly, people there liked it better for a boy. For boys in the United States, it's number 120. For girls, it's number 448. So it's being used by both, definitely dominated by the boys still. It reminds me of the character Tom Sawyer and Sawyer from Lost. Definitely that's the first one that came to mind. Then I have Tatum. Tatum is English, and it means Tate's homestead. For boys, it's number 545, and for girls, it's number 330. And it reminds me of the famous bearer of this name, Tatum O'Neal, who's a girl. And then the last one I have on my list today is Zoey. Zoey with this spelling is Greek, and it means life. It's number 24. I like the Y at the end, but I'll put the other spelling too, Z-O-E. Some people pronounce this name Zoe. Both, I think, have spunk. The Z-O-E spelling is number 31. So Zoey is actually pretty common, or pretty popular when you add up the various spellings I'm just going to talk about too. So there you have it, a short little video about some spunky names as a motorcycle goes by. I'm sorry. Weigh in on your favorites in the comments below. I will list these all down below if you need to reread them. I'd love to hear what you think of these names. And of course, any other names. I could think of tons and tons that have a little spunky sass to them. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.